This is the IG Farben liaison office in Berlin. You've seen the headquarters in Frankfurt, but this is the Politburo in Berlin, where the logistics of the economic military conquest of IG Farben was coordinated. There was a 4-year plan developed by IG Farben and handed over to their military puppets to be executed. All of that is detailed in the Nuremberg war crime tribunals against those executives. Here's another document. It lists how much money IG Farben donated to the Nazi Party to do the job. Altogether, more than 80 million Reichsmark at that time. Do you think that any company will just give away money to a political party for free? Of course not. These are investments. Investments into this political party to do what these corporate interests want them to do. And so it does not surprise that Europe experienced a conquest for a European-wide market by military means. And the methods of the IG Farben Nazi coalition to create this European market, from Lisbon to Sofia, as they called it, are shown here. This is how they conquered the Czechoslovakian market on behalf of the IG Farben cartel. Anyone who resisted this conquest was brutally suppressed. This is how they conquered the Dutch market, the city of Rotterdam, after it was bombed. This is how they conquered the French market on behalf of the IG Farben cartel. Bombs over Paris. And this is how they conquered the Russian market. In Auschwitz, they built the largest industrial complex in Europe at that time. It was called IG Auschwitz Industries, a 100% subsidiary of IG Farben, with the goal to maintain their military campaign to unite Europe through the technical production of gasoline, rubber, and explosive in this huge industrial complex. On this picture, you see the size, the dimension of this industrial complex. 24 square kilometers, 8 kilometers long, 3 kilometers wide. The area circled in red. The black circles are the concentration camps that started off as slave labor camps, but with the help and with the financing of IG Farben turned into the largest extermination camps in human history. And there is the KZ Monowitz, which was actually maintained by IG Farben itself. If you were an employee there and you were sick for 2 weeks, could not go back to work, you were not shipped back to a hospital. You went to the gas chamber, and IG Farben signed off on that. The largest pharmaceutical company in the world that was trying to preserve its image as the saviors of mankind in more than 100 nations of the world at the same time. Slave laborers from all over Europe were forced to build the IG Auschwitz complex. One of them you will meet tonight. He had the number 6804. The Bayer Pharmaceutical Division used the innocent inmates to test their chemical drugs for free. And these drugs didn't have names. They were not called aspirin. They were called BE1034 or another number. Why was that? Because these drugs were secret, were patented, so you couldn't give the name away. Patented drugs. We are told that these experiments, criminal experiments, were conducted by crazy doctors. The patents of the drugs that were tested there were held by these companies, and the doctors there were on the payroll of Bayer and other IG Farben companies, as documented in these war crime tribunals. One of them was Bayer employee Dr. Vetter. On the left-hand side, you see Bayer sends him preparation 3582 to the concentration camp, 250 packages. On the right-hand side, Bayer informs the same doctor that he has to get holiday compensation in the amount of 315 Reichsmark sent from the personnel department of Bayer to the same Dr. Vetter. Auschwitz also provided an unlimited number of test persons for patented Bayer chemicals. And the physicians, the doctors, were the people who selected those who could live and those who were supposed to die. Even children did not escape this scheme and were being abused by Bayer and the IG Farben as test persons for their patented drugs. There was no health insurance against the severe side effects of these Bayer drugs. The victims of these tests went to the gas chambers. And even there, IG Farben made money from the death of these people, because they were also producing and selling the gas for the gas chambers through one of its subsidiaries called Degesch. And IG Farben director Wurster sat on the board of this company. In Nuremberg, 24 IG Farben managers were tried for crimes against humanity.